Hello everyone, I am Rusha, Mukherjee, student of FOUNDER-LEXIS College and presently interning with LEXIS and Company. Today I am going to talk about the legitimacy and parentage under the Muslim law. Under the pre-Islamic background, the legitimacy of the child depended not only on marriage but also on other cases. Adoption existed along the pre-Islamic Arabs. Much like its origin, the Hindu and the Roman systems, it was a religious bias, having relation to the repose of the souls of the departed and the preservation of the household divinities. The prophet appears to have recognized the custom at the time he adopted Zaid, the son of Haris. But later on he approved of it by saying that adoption similar to what was practiced in the days of ignorance created no such tie between the adopted and the adopting as resulted from blood relation. Hence, Muslim law does not recognize the validity of any mode of filiation, whereas the parentage of the person adopted is known to belong to a person other than the adopting father. And it is acknowledgement alone that Muslim law recognizes as the only form of filiation. The father alone has the right to establish the relationship of the total exclusion of the mother and other relations. In the Islamic concept, the concept of legitimacy of children is the direct outcome of the concept of marriage. The society that recognizes the institution of marriage also recognizes the legitimacy of children born within lawful wedlock and vice versa. Those born outside the wedlock are illegitimate. Muslim law is very harsh on illegitimacy, yet fairly liberal in the rules of legitimacy. It postulates very strict enforcement of sexual morality. Extramarital sexual relationship of any kind is condemned as zina and is severely punishable. Yet the relative catholicity in according recognition to marital status mitigates the peril of illegitimate relationship. Offerings of muta are legitimate, though it is a temporary marriage. The parentage of child is determined on the principle that it always follows marital bed. The father of the child born in the wedlock is presumed to be the husband of the woman giving birth, and a child which is born after 6 months of marriage and during its continuance is said to be born in wedlock. The legal effect of marriage on the fixing of the parent or paternity of the child continues according to Hanafis for 2 years, according to the Malikis and Shafis for 4 years after the separation by divorce or death. Parentage is the relationship of the parents with the child or children, whereas paternity is the legal relation between the father and the child. Maternity is a legal relationship between the mother and the child. Depending upon paternity and maternity are such things such as guardianship, maintenance, and inheritance. Maternity is commonly recognized by law as the natural relationship between mother and the child. The woman who gives birth to the child is its mother. The Sunni law recognizes this status irrespective of the fact whether she is married or unmarried, and even if the child is the outcome of zina, so the child can inherit from his mother. But under the Shia law, mere birth is not enough to establish maternity. A child born of adultery, incest, or fornication is an illegitimate child and is devoid of maternity in the woman who gave birth to it. So he cannot inherit from her. Thus, there is a legal status of maternity and is a legal relationship. Paternity is the legal relationship between the child and its begotten. It is based in turn on the legal relationship between the woman who gave him birth and the man who begot him. There must be a tie of marriage between the man and the woman. He must be the husband of the child's mother. The marriage must be valid, maybe even irregular, but not void or batil. Neither the Sunni law nor the Shia law gives the credence to paternity if the marriage was batil. A blood test is normally done to test the paternity of the child. Though the blood test may appear to be a specific scientific method, it has its own limitations. The question of legitimacy is directly linked to the paternity because maternity of the child is always established in the mother, irrespective of the fact whether the child is legitimate or illegitimate. Now, we know that the circumstances in which legitimacy is presumed are that they are born within 6 months of the marriage is illegitimate unless father recognizes it. If it is after 6 months, it is legitimate. A child born after the termination of the marriage is legitimate if born within 10 lunar months in Sunna law and 2 lunar months in Hanafila and 4 lunar months in Saifi and Maliki law. According to Section 112 Indian Evidence Act, a child born during the continuance of a valid marriage or within 280 days after its resolution is legitimate unless it is proved that the husband and the wife had no access to each other at any time when the child have been begotten. This is about the parentage and the legitimacy of child under Muslim law. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. That's all for today. Stay happy, stay safe, and have a nice day.